And as a way of addressing issues that may be responsible for voter apathy, especially regarding electoral frauds and cases of multiple voting, the federal government has approved 2.6 billion naira for the printing of 40 million permanent voter cards. This decision was taken by the Federal Executive Council meeting today in Abuja, where President Goodluck Jonathan also directed ministries, departments and agencies to list out their procurement needs for goods to be procured locally in this year's budget in order to prepare local manufacturers on their demands. Briefing State House correspondents, the Information Minister, Mr. Leveran Maku, said the approval for the provision of the cards for the Independent National Electoral Commission is to instill transparency in the electioneering process. He said the process will continue next year in form of upgrade in the card printing, which holds data of eligible voters in a microchip to be accommodated in the card.
National anthem.
President Goodluck Jonathan and his team about to instill transparency in the electioneering process. That informed the need for early preparation by the Independent National Electoral Commission. Late arrival of voters' materials in the past had been one of the clogs in the wheel of progress by the electoral body, a situation the Federal Executive Council believes early printing of voters' card will check.
INEC proposed to us to print 40 million cards at a cost of 2.6 billion naira. These cards, which will be permanent and will last for at least 10 years, if well kept by voters, will contain the individual details of voters. Each card will have a microchip that gives some biodata of each voter, including voters' fingerprints, their photographs, and other details which will be contained in these cards.
The Federal Executive Council says the directives to ministries, departments and agencies is designed to encourage local manufacturers and to also cause the transition of major importers into setting up industries in Nigeria where they can manufacture products.
As we prepare for the 2012 budget year, to list out in our procurement plans those things that should be procured locally. This is to ensure, like I've said before, that we encourage local producers and we also encourage domestic economic growth.
The Minister of State for Finance, Yerima Ngama, explains the 7.2 economic growth rating the country had just achieved, beating his chest that it came from the agricultural subsector.
This is largely non-oil because the previous year, 2010, our GDP growth was 8.4%. But last year it dropped to 7.68 because we had a negative growth in the oil sector. So it means that the non-oil sector of the economy is actually resilient and strong enough to carry the economy forward.
According to him, Nigeria is said in growth rate, with only Mongolia and China ahead of it in the statistics released by the International Islamic Bank Group. Chukuma Onwekusi, Channels Television News.